there's a time. Look, there is a time and place for everything under the sun.
Absolutely, yeah.
And sometimes you need to be railed from the back with your face pushed into the mattress by the person you love. And sometimes you need to look each other in the eyes and grab each other's faces and soft. Welcome to the Redirect Podcast. I'm Abigail Freshley.
And I'm Emily Rojas. The Redirect Podcast is the show where we shift the conversation back to books. We discuss themes from some of our favorite books and how those themes show up in our real lived experiences.
On today's episode, we are recapping the season 1 finale of Heated Rivalry.
One last but before we get to that, if you like us and you're here, go ahead and leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify and let us know that you love the show.
You can also follow us on Instagram and Blue Sky at Redirect Podcast. You can follow Emily on all platforms at Emily Rojas Reads. You can follow me on TikTok at Fabigail11. And if you really, really love the show, share our show with a friend. Sharing our show with a friend is by far the best way to grow our community of book-loving nerds. And I just want to say to that end, welcome to all of you who have found us through the Heated Rivalry recaps. We're so glad you're here. And we had this really nice message from a listener who reached out and was like, I know this isn't your normal content. I'm going to stop you right there. This basically is our normal content.
Welcome, sister.
So stick around. We do crazy stuff like this all the time. And if you listen to our back catalog, Emily talked about Heated Rivalry for like 12 episodes in a row before the show came out. So
true. I was trying my best, you guys.
Welcome. You're home here. And let us know what you'd like to hear.
You. Yeah, I was going to say the same thing because also our posting schedule has been really erratic. But normally we do post every other Tuesday. So once we hit the new year and we're not recapping this anymore and like working extra overtime to get our recaps out as soon as humanly possible, we'll be back to that. So, And the first step in the new year is people we meet on vacation. So even more good things.
Yes, people we meet on vacation on Netflix. And I'm going to make you, I sent you a TikTok and I was like, I'm going to hold you down and force it down your throat. I'm going to make you read the Bridgerton book that this new season is based upon. Then I'm going to make you talk about the adaptation.
That's fine. Nah, it is what it is.
I'm going to make you.
Okay. So welcome.
All right. So the finale.
We're in the cottage.
We're not in the cottage yet. So wait. So no. As had been teased, you and I watched this together. The vibes were uncontrollable. The energy of the room was uncontrollable.
I'm not kidding, and Abigail can attest. I think I started crying during the Scott Hunter speech and did not stop. Like, tears did not stop leaking from my eyes until the credits. Like,
I feel like
nonstop.
I relate to that. Tears never came out of my eyes, but I had that horrible feeling of tears in the back of your eyes, like you're about to cry the whole time. Without the actual relief of crying.
It was even worse.
It was euphoric.
But it was amazing. It was so nice to watch with someone. Yeah. It was the perfect way to end the season for sure.
Okay, so we open the episode and we're on like MLH Network. And it is Scott Hunter receiving the MVP award after winning the MLH Cup. And it's a very sweet speech where he reflects on his journey that he recently came out. And he honors Kit by name.
Yes. I'm already losing it. He said, I realize I may be that thing that hockey players like to throw around as an insult. And that was so... Like, I made a whole post recently about books you guys should read after a Heated Rivalry, but this made me think of one I didn't recommend, which is not a romance, but it's the Beartown trilogy, which I've also talked at length about. And that line in particular really reminded me of those books because that's a thing that comes up. And... like the jokes you're laughing at and not knowing who's around you to hear them. And you might think they're harmless and they're obviously not. And so that just made me think about Benji Ovich. So shout out to anyone who's also read those books and has had their lives ruined. But yeah, that just reminded me of that.
And the power of words. The power of words comes up multiple times. So at the beginning of the episode, Scott saying, when I was a teenager, I realized I might be that thing that gets thrown around in the locker room or on the ice as an insult. And then jumping ahead later in the episode, when Shane and Ilya are sitting at the table with Una and David and they ask, have you talked to Scott Hunter? And Ilya's like, well, I talked to him. I didn't tell him about me and Shane, but what he did was really brave. And I think it changed things for us. So the power of the words to keep someone in the closet for like 15 years, and the power of the words to help like free people from the closet. It's just, it was really special.
Yeah. And I also really liked starting the episode with the speech, because something I was thinking about when I watched it this time, which was, I think, the 4th time I've watched it, but I was thinking about how the show is kind of, this episode is bookended with 2 different coming out stories. And so you're starting with Scott, and he does it in this like big public way to everyone all at once, and like that's one way to do it. And then, you know, Shane and Ilya, it's just to his parents, and there's no plans to tell anyone else, and like that's also an okay way to do it. And
there's
how
no
like
right way to come out, or
right,
you don't ever have to do it.
Yeah, like you don't have to do it at all. So
yeah.
I just liked that, because I think there's a worse, again, we always say there's a worse version of the show. There's a worse version of the show and Scott Hunter's story that leaves the audience thinking like, oh, well, the only way I can have a happy relationship is if I'm out to the whole world, because Kip didn't want to be with him, and like, you know, they couldn't keep it a secret and still be happy. And I actually think the time jump in their story does this. I think the speech does this. And I think adding the speech here and then ending with the conversation with Shane and Ilya and Shane's parents, like, does this and communicates what you're saying. Like, you don't have to come out at all. You can come out in this big flashy way, or you can just do it quietly to a few people in your life, and you can still deserve love. And
it could happen slowly over years. It could happen. You could, you know, it's like a real experience that there might be someone in a queer person's life who it's never safe to come out to them. And they shouldn't feel pressure to have to do that. Yeah. So
I really like this as a start. It set the tone.
Yeah. I also wanted to pitch something out there we can pick up when we get maybe towards the end of the episode. But we also, during this, are panning over to Kip at the bar. With his homies, with Elena there giving him support, which love her. But we see a few other people, and I wondered if this is a little bit of a breadcrumb for season 2, if we're going to get more of Kip's friends. We were discussing this in person the other day, but Kyle is one of the fellow servers at the bar.
The Kingfisher,
The Kingfisher. And he is one of the main characters in one of the other Game Changer books. So I wonder if Kip in the Kip universe, Kip cinematic universe, is not done yet.
Yeah, I'm really interested. And I also wondered like, is this just like they don't want to have the budget to build out that whole award ceremony and show Kip in the audience? So they're like, well, let's just put him with his friends at the bar, you know?
The bar, yeah.
Like, because then we don't have to have an audience. We don't have to have a seated auditorium. We could just have sort of spot on like the soundstage. So I'm very interested, and we can I would love to talk
because I think I said to you, I looked over at you and said when we were watching it,
like, why isn't he there?
Why wouldn't Kip be in the audience? But
like, why wouldn't he bring Kip as a date? I don't know. I don't know how that works. Maybe the MLH, they don't allow dates. It's just players.
Just like they make you have a roommate. No dates.
Bring your roommate. Okay.
Bring your roommate.
Okay. So then we cut to
okay. Shane tapping his fingers on the steering wheel nervously, waiting for Ilya at the airport in Ottawa. And we see Ilya walking up with his roller bag. He's looking great.
He looks so good.
So like, good for just getting off the plane.
Yeah. It's never looked that good in my life, let alone getting off a plane.
It's amazing. Gets in the car and says, is this a Jeep?
Like, he's instantly making fun of him. And something I love so much about their relationship, and this continues obviously into the long game, is like, just because they love each other now doesn't mean they ever stop being like a little bit like
mean,
playfully mean with each other or competitive with each other. Like, they never stop competing on the ice, and they never stop messing with each other off the ice. And I like that, because it's like, that's just how they are, and it's just fun. And it's fun to see them interact more. That's like no stakes. It's like, he's just making fun of his car. Like, it's the car you drive.
And he's like,
you're so lame.
No, it's British, and it's practical, really, and it does really well in the snow. Like, okay, chill out, you guys. So they're getting into the flow of it. They're driving down the road, and the song comes on in French. I noticed it this time. And then it fades to kind of be like the radio song.
Yeah.
And I realized it was like a nod to a reminder that Shane speaks French and that he would be listening to French music in the car. Which I thought was a nice little detail.
I looked up this song because I saw the title. I didn't notice the title the first 3 times I watched it. But it's in French, it's the anarchy of happy days. And some of the lyrics are, it's always warm with us. We exist now and that's it. You can jump away from fear. And it's just talking about like how it's anarchy, happy days. And like you can just let yourself go and have happy days. And so I think the music in this show is used frequently to communicate things. And I liked this. So
yeah. Because then they kind of start the slow like chess game of how this trip is going to go.
Yeah.
So, so Shane starts going over all the details of like, it's really private.
It's really private.
I got a lot of groceries and we can just relax.
We don't have to leave.
You know, leave. And Ilya's like, is that what we're going to do? Relax. And he's like,
I love that.
because I think for him, this was like part of his thing of like making a joke to see, because it's kind of like, wait, I just need to like double check. Is all that I am to you sex?
Yeah. Is this just a sex vacation?
Is this a sexcation?
Or are we going to like spend time together?
And he does that by making a little joke.
Yeah.
And then Shane takes it seriously. And instead of being like,
says, yeah,
you're an asshole or something.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I would like to relax with you for once.
For once.
And I know, that was so important.
We also get Chekhov's Shane's parents here because he says, not even your parents. And then Shane's like, well, I told him I'm on this silent retreat, like a meditation thing.
And then Ilya starts laughing because he was like, what, does that sound fake? And then he said, it would if it was anyone but you, which is so cute. And he picks just up his hand.
Oh yeah.
And you know what? I want to say something. This is my fault.
Yeah.
I asked for hand holding.
You did this. Yeah.
I don't know if I said it on the microphone, if it was recorded, but I at least texted you. And I was like, I want hand holding.
I need hand holding.
And I got a pornographic amount of hand holding.
Boy, did.
I got triple X rated hand holds.
Correct.
It was too much.
More than one. It was a lot.
It felt more pornographic than the sex in the show. I was like, I'm feeling overwhelmed by the hand holding. I can't look at it. There was also one other thing.
When they held hands, we did pause the show for a moment
because I was like overwhelmed by the hand holding.
Yeah. Correct.
And then there was something else that was said. Oh yes, Ilya's like thinks after Shane says the thing about I would like to relax with you for once, and he said, okay, I'm going to be a little vulnerable. I'm going to be honest. Then Ilya's like, okay, let me try. So then he was like, thank you for inviting me. And then he was like, I'm happy to, but also kind of terrified, right?
Terrified, right?
And he's just like, I'm being honest, like I'm kind of scared. Like, what's it gonna? I guess it's like, what's it gonna be like when we're together for an extended period of time?
Yeah,
and it's not just like hurried sex or like hurried intimacy.
Worried about being caught. Yeah, there's none of that. You're just going to be together with no one else there.
And like, what if it sucks?
That's it. Yeah.
What if you were wrong?
What if what if this thing between us isn't what I thought it was?
What if I find out that my feelings for you are stronger than your feelings for me?
Yeah. Like, this is really scary. And so I liked that too. Yeah. Then they get to the cottage. And Shane's grabbing Ilya's bags and he's like, I can carry my own bags. He's like, I can't believe you played the bruised ribs. He's like, whoa, you can't? Okay, maybe I can. And it's another moment of like, yeah, I know you. Like, no, you know me and I know you. Of course you were playing with bruised ribs. And like just Shane being, again, like being kind of ribbing him, but also like sweetly carrying his bags inside for him. It's just really nice.
So we get inside and Shane starts being so weird. And he's like, I got you Cokes. The water's really good. You can have a well. You can see my well. And
really good water.
And he's like, I can make us some lunch. And he's like walking around and he's all awkward and whatever. And Ilya's like,
so
okay,
nervous.
Whatever.
Yeah.
So he comes over and kisses him. Pause here. I would like to say another thing that was pornographic in this episode was the face caressing. There was a lot of face cupping.
Touch, the chin holding.
There was a lot of like
necks,
face stroking.
Cheeks.
And I made
hair.
a note here.
It was a lot.
I made a note here that in this show, we talked about this, that for the first like 4 episodes, sex was the language, but now they have built emotional intimacy and their sex reflects the intimacy that they have built, because it felt so different this episode. Like any of their sexual encounters felt so like friendly or just like familiar.
And they're like talking during sex. They're having conversations midway through sexual encounters instead of it being like, shut up, stop talking to me. So
exactly.
I think, totally. It's converging now.
Which is another reason why it was important we had no sex scenes last episode.
I totally agree. I totally agree.
So then they're like making out on the couch
and they're giggling and they knock over a lamp.
And then Shane's like, okay, well, I might not last that long because it's been a long time. And then Ilya's like, same, me too. And then he's like, wait.
Really?
And he's like so giddy.
He's so happy.
When he realizes that Ilya hasn't been with anyone since the last time they were together.
What? That's probably like 6 months or something.
It was a few months at least.
It's summer and the All-Star was the last time they saw each other.
Yeah.
So that was like midway through the season. So, okay, yeah. So, yeah. Anyways,
it's been a while.
He's just so happy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so cute. And then
Ilya's like trying to play it off
like,
too.
He's
like,
no big deal.
Okay, it's not a big deal. It has nothing to do with you, probably. But it does.
But it does. And then that's when Shane says, okay, I have an idea. Let's be honest with each other. Like for the next 2 weeks, let's just be honest about what we're thinking and maybe about how we feel. And then Ilya's like, I'll try. So then he's like, well, let me show you to your room. So then this is straight from the books, which I loved. It was like,
I loved it so much.
You know, I have 2 bedrooms. He's like, well, I need a room that's a king room with an ensuite bathroom and a view.
Yeah.
And Shane's like, well, issue because, oh, by the way, they're holding hands during this.
Yes. And they're standing really close to each other.
Way.
Sometimes you get everything you ever wanted and
it's too much.
It's just painful. Yeah.
So then he was like, well, that's an issue because this room's not available to the guests.
Yeah.
And then he's like, then like Ilya tackles him and he's like,
yeah,
no, I'm just the bellboy. I'm just the
shouldn't treat the staff.
And then Ilya goes, I think I know how the staff likes to be treated after all these years.
It's just so much. Like, it's just too much.
I felt like I was going to have a heart attack at this point.
Me too. Because they're just, again, it's the same thing. Like, this is the first time we've ever seen them be just, like, silly and have fun and, like, flirty. And it's just so nice to see that they're, like, relaxing. Yeah. And so then Shane tries to close the blinds before they, like, have sex. But Ilya's like, no. And he puts them back up.
And it is the exact mirror image of the first time they were together in the hotel room in the dark. But now the room is full of light. And it's the first of a series of moments that are recreated from the first episode.
Yes.
In such a masterful way.
Sick when I found that out. When I saw the TikToks. Thank you to the TikTok editors for catching this, because I did not the first time we watched. Obviously, I was overwhelmed. But watching this again and knowing that, it's like, oh, like...
I know.
They've come so far. Now the windows are open. It's daylight. And they're together.
And it's significant because we're getting season 2.
Yeah.
To have this moment where Ilya is the one who's like, no, let's keep let's open the shades. Yeah. Let's keep the light open. Because we know that's going to be more Ilya's thing.
Dynamic.
Sure. Yeah, in the books. So then we cut to Shane making burgers. And Ilya comes out and he's like, why are you making so many burgers? He's like, well, the recipe was for 8. I'm going to pause really quick. Do you really need a recipe for burgers?
I think some men, unfortunately, not to gender stereotype, but I would say many men need a recipe for everything. Okay. But I would say if I was making burgers, no, I would not need a recipe.
Yeah, okay. He's like, well, the recipe was for 8. And he's like, you cut in half. You cannot do math.
Then he says, leave me alone. And Ilya says, no.
Everything is so
sick.
cute.
I'm sick. Because it's just like, okay, no. I'm not going to leave you alone.
I know.
Okay, and then they're eating.
They're eating.
And this part...
Okay, another small detail that doesn't matter. But after you've established that you don't need all 8 burgers, why are you then putting the burger on a
I get it.
bun? Because now the bun is going to be soggy. You can't store them in the bun. You can store them in a thing and then put it on a bun when you want to eat it.
Yeah, correct. Don't take tipping.
Cooking tips.
Cooks. That's what I almost said. Cooking tips from Shane. He doesn't know what he's doing. Okay, so then they're talking, and Ilya's like, David and Yuna, yes, and they're talking about his parents. And when I just watched it now to take notes, I started at episode 5, and in episode 5, Shane starts asking Ilya questions about his family, and Ilya instantly shuts him down and is like, stop, you asked too many questions. But in this episode, he's the one who initiates this little, like, I'm going to ask you about your family for the first time, and I know their names, and tell me about them. And I just really liked that, because it was like, this is like where I think he starts to open himself. I mean, he obviously starts from the beginning opening up, but you see it happen of like, last time they were hanging out, he's like, I don't want to talk about our families, you know? But now it's something that's okay to talk about. And so,
yeah, he's easy.
But it's also really funny. Like, he's also still giving Shane a hard time. Like,
yeah.
Oh, you get your boring from your dad.
He's like, your looks from your mom. And then Shane goes, he works for the Treasury Board of Canada. And he's like, oh, okay.
Oh, crazy.
He played hockey for McGill. And he goes, McGill? No way. He was like, what the is McGill? Which is so funny.
It's so funny.
I think I get that some people want to be nice to their significant other 100% of the time. Yeah. I'm not one of those people. I enjoy a good like exchange of insults.
Yeah, like it's fun.
Anyways,
yeah.
So and then he's like, "Well, so do they know?" And he goes, "Wait, about us? No." And he goes, "No, about you,
about you." Yeah.
And then Shane is like, no. I mean, maybe I would have, but." And then he goes, oh, so this is my fault.
This is my fault. Yeah.
Which, when I watched it this time, I didn't get the impression that Ilya really thinks that it's his fault.
No.
But he's acknowledging in the moment that Shane's queerness is so intertwined and wrapped up with his love for Ilya, or his relationship with Ilya, that he feels like he cannot come out as gay without sharing about Ilya with his parents.
Well, yeah. And I think it's also, again, this is from the long game context, but in the long game, the kind of part of the calculus is like, if we're both out and people know we're both queer in some way and we're also spending time together, people are going to take one look at us and know, because it's going to be so obvious. And so I think that's part of it too. Like, they'll start paying attention to me if they know for sure I'm gay, and they might notice the way we are with each other, even if it's just these little moments, and I don't want us to be outed, so I'm just going to keep everything a secret. But I like what you're saying too, like, they're just so connected for him, especially in the show. I think the implication, unlike the books, is he's never had an intimate relationship with any other guy, and so I think yeah, it's like these two things are so connected for him, I'm sure. So,
well, in the show, did he not say in the show that he had been with the guy in Mexico, or is that just in the book?
No, that's just the book. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think that is. I mean, yeah, that hasn't been said in the show. So I'm gonna assume that it didn't happen.
Okay.
I'm gonna assume that it was just him and Ilya. So
then he goes, you know, Hollander. Or is it his Shane or Holland? I don't remember. But he's like,
I don't know.
You can tell your parents you're gay without giving them a list of the guys.
Yeah.
And then Shane's like, yeah, it doesn't really matter though. You know, whatever.
Yeah.
And you see that Ilya he had his hand on Shane's leg when he's telling him this. And then he's kind of like, Shane walks away to clear the plates. You get him like a couple beats of Ilya like looking out over the view. And he doesn't seem like disappointed or like let down. It's more like he's finding out some useful information. To me.
Yeah.
I think it is him being hurt.
No. I think to me he's like, okay, I'm going to bring this up later. This is what I interpreted. This is going to come up again later, and eventually, if this turns into a real relationship, I'm going to encourage him to tell his parents about us. Like, they seem cool. He says he thinks they'd be good about it. They're probably good parents. Knowing Shane, he gives off, as we've discussed, only child with parents who love each other and are really good parents energy. And so, yeah, I took it as him being like, okay, yeah, one day I'll get him to open up to his parents about us or whatever, or about himself at least.
Like, Ilya's framework for family is bad.
Yeah.
So, he's like also trying to interpret how things could go with his parents based on his own experience. Coming out to his dad probably would have been impossible.
Sure. Yeah, obviously. So yeah. Then they're by the fire.
Great scene.
So good.
They're out by the bonfire, and Ilya's like, so we just look at the fire? He's like, yes, that's what we do. But he ends up loving it.
Yeah.
Shane's phone dings, and he gets a text, and Ilya's looking at him like,
hello.
So like, hello, who are you texting?
Angry.
And he's like, oh, it's just Rose. And he's like, oh, just Rose.
Yeah.
He's like, Ilya, are you jealous? Like, I'm gay.
Yeah.
And he goes, not so gay you couldn't Rose Landry. And I thought it was so great because we've really mostly just seen Shane being jealous of Ilya or like women he's with or whatever, not the other way around. And that was really, really cool.
It's another vulnerability. It's vulnerable to be jealous. It's like,
hey, to be honest about your jealousy.
I feel a claim over you, and I don't want you talking to anybody else. And so, yeah, that's a vulnerable thing for him to show. And so I liked that. Yeah.
He was like, it was a disaster. And he's like, a disaster how? And he was like, I'm not going into the deed. And then the loon makes a sound, like it's howling chirp thing. And he's like, what the is that? So then Shane and he and Ilya have like a little back and forth about he's making fun of him for being scared of the loon, whatever. And Ilya says, I hate you. And Shane says, no, you don't.
I was going to say that. And this is where I started writing my steps towards them actually saying I love you to each other. This to me is step one, because I mean, I'm sure there are more steps before this, but this is like the saying it out loud. I hate you. No, you don't. Okay. That's the first step.
I have your number. I know you don't hate
Very
me.
soon we're going to get to I like you. And then, like we're taking these steps one at a time. And I just liked how, it starts here. It's this moment of like, I hate you. No, you don't.
Yeah.
And he doesn't argue. It's like, okay, yeah.
Yeah. So then we see Ilya laying down by the fire a little later with his head in Shane's lap. And Shane is like, okay, I'm going to ask him about his family. He's like, have you talked to your brother? Is that a good thing? I'm sorry that I'm sorry your family sucks.
Yeah.
And then
that must be hard, even if they suck.
And then Ilya said, my mother didn't suck. So this is really big. He's never talked to Shane about his mom, except to say that she was dead.
Mentioned it offhanded one time years after they had already been hooking up, like it took a long time just to get there. Yeah.
I also noticed, I also interpreted this as another like mirroring scene because in the tuna melt gate, when Shane has like this one moment of vulnerability and he like leans against Ilya's like scratching his head and like stroking his hair. And in this scene, it's reversed, and Ilya is stroking, and Shane is stroking and like scratching Ilya's hair while he's talking about something vulnerable.
Yes,
and he is like talking about his mom and how she passed away and how she died by suicide, and it's a very special and vulnerable moment.
And this was also the last scene they filmed. I don't know if you've seen that.
Oh, really?
So yeah, it felt like. That makes sense. Like their emotions were probably very close to the surface, and they're both very emotional here and like serious. And so, yeah.
Shane reaches down and grabs his hand, and he's like, "Do you want to go inside?" And he's like, "No, I don't want to go inside. I'm happy here. I'm happy being vulnerable with you."
I feel sick to my stomach.
I know. It was just so sweet.
Yeah. Then the next morning they wake up together, and Ilya says good morning, and Shane says good morning, and Ilya says I like you. And this is my step 2 in the steps to the love confession, because it's like, okay, I don't hate you now. I'm okay. I feel vulnerable with you. I feel safe with you. I like you. Like you. That's gonna be my next step. I'm working my way up to it,
which was kind of honest, but not fully honest.
Yeah, because it's especially to me the working up to it is especially impactful because we, the audience, know that Ilya has already confessed that he loves Shane.
Exactly.
But he doesn't know. And so we're watching him sort of like, okay, I'm going to get a little closer to saying this in a way that you'll actually understand, but I do already love you.
Because you scare so easily.
Yes. Yes. So I like you. Okay. We're good at that. Okay. Maybe tomorrow I'll get to something else, you know?
And I think at this point in the episode, I was ready for like a tension break. I was ready for like a humor release because it was so much.
It was an onslaught.
Like attack of love.
Yes.
And high emotions. And so we get that. We get to the video game sequence. So they're sitting there, they're playing some hockey game, and Ilya picks Montreal, and they like are ribbing back and forth. He's like, I'm on the game. He's like, on the cover of the fucking game. Which I think is so cute. They're just like being boys, you know?
Yeah.
And like hanging out together.
See a clip from those straight guys that are recapping, like the hockey podcast, recapping this, and they were like, hey, are you guys realizing something about yourself? But one of them was like, this would be so cool because that's your boy. Like, you can just go on a boys trip, but then you're also on this romantic vacation, but you guys can like play, like, you know, play hockey together and like hang out and be boys. But then like you can also like have this romantic. And I was like, okay, but I get that. Like, this is what you see here. They're just boys. Yeah. Like they're also friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But, you know, yeah.
All right.
Report back in a few
years.
But yeah, like this was fun.
But also,
again,
this is like the fun part. Like when you build true intimacy in your relationship, it's like you're just kind of hanging around being goofy.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not all serious all the time.
It's not all romantic and serious all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. Or most of the time.
Yeah. Well, yeah, most of the time, really. It's more just like hanging around.
Yeah.
So Hayden calls. He's like, oh, Hayden just had a baby. Okay. Shane was a terrible friend in the scene. Wait,
you're like,
your friend's wife just had a baby like a few weeks ago.
To be fair, they've got a lot of kids.
They've had a lot of babies. He's been
It's hard to keep up.
And so he calls, and then Ilya is like, he's like, starts messing with him and like touching Shane, and like then he goes on mute and he's like, stop. You know, doing that Shane thing where he's so like, Hunter is right serious. Next door.
Exactly.
I was standing outside like an idiot. and then then Ilya's like, okay, fine. How about this? I won't touch you, but if you get hard. And Shane is like, I'm not going to get hard. He's like, okay, then no problem.
Okay, then what's the problem?
Okay, narrator.
But then
he did.
He also puts himself up on he moves up on the couch.
Yeah.
And like widens his stance. It's like, okay, well, like, okay, yeah, you're so opposed to this. Also, like, but you're making your access a lot easier.
Shane.
Yeah.
It's you, brother.
Be real. Yeah.
Know thyself.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that's a lot of fun. Although, if I was Hayden, I would know exactly what was going on.
Yeah, Hayden, though, like, again, Hayden and follow-up questions, they don't go together.
No.
So he's probably just like, I don't know, he's probably in the gym or something, I don't know. Whatever, I don't care. I don't care.
I don't care.
He's got like 12 kids.
He'd probably be like, hey man, are you with Lily?
Most realistic, like, male friendship, or when your friend has a lot of kids, he's like, I don't care.
I don't care.
I've got these 12 kids, I got a newborn baby at home.
God bless Jackie.
Yeah. Talk to you later. God, yeah. God bless Jackie.
So,
yeah. And then he says...
Go ahead.
He says, I love you, bye. I love you, man, or whatever.
Love you, man, bye.
Yeah. And then... And later, like...
Well, then Shane, like, tackles him, and he's like...
Yeah.
Oh my God, I hate you. Or something. Yeah. He's like, why was that so hot? And then Ilya says, because you like being bad. And he's like, that's not what this is.
Yeah.
He's like, maybe
that was so important to me.
Maybe that's what it was.
Maybe at first.
Yeah. But that's not what it is now, and it hasn't been for a long time.
Yeah. Again, that was so important to me.
That was so honest.
Because Ilya's worried about that. Like, is this just some, like, experimental thing, or you're getting it out of your system, and because you like kind of like living on the edge a little bit in these like sort of safe ways, but you know, like
is this just a sexcation? Is this all I'm good for? And then like mirroring back to the conversation he had in Russian on the phone of like his family always wanting more for him. What can he give them? You know, and it's like that's what his that's what he's learned about close relationships. It's that someone's always wanting something from him. And maybe that's really all this is. And it would be safer for him to just know that now. So he makes a joke about it. And Shane doesn't let the joke slide, you know?
Again, he doesn't let it slide. He says, that's not what this is. And then Ilya says, well, you love Hayden. And this to me is step 3 because he's testing it. Well, like, do you love Hayden? And like, maybe he'll say no, like, or like, maybe he's going to say, I love you, but he doesn't. So it's like, okay, we're still not there yet, but it's kind of testing the waters again.
Yeah.
Like, and messing with him.
So you love Hayden
now. And jealous again, which is fun.
Okay, then the hardest to deal with scene for me, I think, in the entirety of the show. Actually, no. Yeah. I mean, nothing will be worse than Tuna Milk Gate, but...
Yeah.
All right, so they're sitting on the couch.
Well, first they're outside playing soccer, briefly.
Oh, I skipped that part, didn't I?
Yeah. Ilya says, I'll be a free agent next season. Or like,
okay, this is so classic Ilya. He's trying to like say something without saying something again.
Yeah. And he's about to do it again on the couch, the scene you're referencing. But yeah, he's just like, I don't know. Like, I could maybe come play in Canada. It's just like planting the little seeds, but they don't really talk about it.
Okay, why are you bringing this up? He's like, I would like to not have a Russian passport. Wait, but you could... I guess what is said in the book and not said in the show is that it's harder for a Russian to get American citizenship.
I guess, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's hard to get American citizenship. So.
Period, yeah.
Period. But I don't know about Canada, so I'm imagining maybe there's more of like a pathway for people who work in Canada. I don't know. But yeah, he's like just planting the seeds. My contract's going to be up after next season, and maybe I could go somewhere else. Think about that. Tell me what you think about that. Then they're
I think
inside
it's like
on
when
the
he
couch.
says that, he kind of wants Shane to be like, yeah, we could see each other more. Or, yeah, we wouldn't be rivals. But, like, he's not ready to go there yet. Because, again,
he's not there yet.
Like, Ilya started this whole openness thing, and he's still kind of reeling from Shane shutting him down during Tuna Milk Gate.
Yeah.
That sticks with the
person. We're still post Tuna Milk Gate. And this is still a new dynamic they're navigating together, where they're like spending this much time together and they're being honest with each other. And it's not easy for either of them because they've had so much years of practice of not being open.
Yeah.
And so this is another layer coming off. It's still not. And I love it. I love it. Honestly, when I was rewatching this episode, I was like, are we going to have that much to talk about? Because there's not that much plot. Like, it's a lot of just conversations. And I just love it because it feels so realistic. Obviously, this is a credit to the book as well. They don't just go straight to like this big, massive love confession. There are all these little moments leading up to it that make it feel so real and so earned when we do get there very soon.
And yes, and the weight of the 10 years leading up to this is so extreme. It's like you're just feeling how long this has been building up. Like,
yeah, and there is a lot to talk about. There is a lot of obstacles in their way. And so it's not so easy just to be like, oh, we love each other now. So I just like this, that they start sort of moving. It's like a chess game or something. Like they're each making their little moves and lining everything up. And then we're going to get there, you know? But it takes time. It's not like an instant thing. So, okay. Then they're on the couch.
So then we cut to
what happens on the couch.
Yeah, they're sitting on the couch and their little toes are touching. And they're like reading or chilling out or whatever. And Ilya's looking at his phone and he just out of nowhere goes, I could marry Svetlana. And then the look on Shane's face.
The horror. The absolute horror.
It's like he just got drafted into war or something.
They just called his number.
They just called his number. He was just like...
He's going to Vietnam.
What? And then he's like, it's just, he's dead in the eyes. And he's like, you know, it would... She's the daughter of goalie Sergei Vitrov.
She has American citizenship.
And he's like, yeah, you've told me, yeah. He's like, yeah, it would just be for passport, you know, we're friends, whatever.
Yeah.
And then
she would do it.
Shane is like, yeah, but you could find someone you want to marry for real and still get the passport.
Like, you like women.
You like women. Like, you could do...
You have that as an option.
This option. And actually, he starts tearing up at that point when he says that, you know, because it's the pain of knowing that Ilya could choose that over him. And that he can't choose that over Ilya.
Yeah.
Also.
He tried. He can't do it. Also, he understands, I think, like, that's a real issue, you know? Like, you're really concerned about having to go back to Russia when you're done playing hockey or, like, you know, God forbid, he gets injured or whatever. His career's over.
Yeah.
And then what? Like, he has no back
to Russia.
He would have to go back to Russia. And so, yeah, and like just saying, well, you could find someone, you know, and is that what you want? Is that what you want, is to get married? Because maybe I can't give that to you.
Yeah.
So there's like so much in this moment. It's such a loaded exchange. And this is very classic Ilya again, being like, I like girls.
Yeah.
Do you like girls? Like, I could marry Svetlana. What do you think about that, Shane? Like,
yeah.
He's again, so, like, sort of testing.
So Shane starts tearing up a little bit. And then Ilya's like, you know, everywhere I go, all these women love me.
Mm-hmm. He's like,
beautiful women everywhere. And Shane goes, wow, that must suck. Or like, whatever.
What a tough life for you.
No, it does. It does. But the thing is, I have this problem.
Yeah.
All of these women, and I'm always wishing that they were this slow hockey player with beautiful freckles and a weak backhand.
A weak backhand.
And
this is step 4, by the way, in my 5 steps to confessing love.
And Shane is like, he still hasn't like let himself accept what he's saying. Because all he's hearing is he's still defined as a problem. This is still a problem.
Yeah.
It's a relief that he's telling him the truth. But then he goes, well, do you want that problem to go away?
Mm-hmm.
And Ilya goes, mm-mm. I don't ever want that problem to ever go away. That has got to be like 5.5, 4.5.
Yeah.
I don't ever want that problem to ever go away.
Yeah.
And then Shane's like...
And the relief on Shane's face, like, don't marry Svetlana.
The relief.
Because then he can reciprocate it too. Yeah.
It's like, oh, shit.
Like, he's scared. And then he says something also honest. Like, I don't want you to marry Svetlana. He said, we'll figure something out.
Don't marry Svetlana. We can figure something else out, okay? And like, the okay is like, right?
We're in this together, right?
Yeah.
We're saying the same thing, aren't we? Even though we're still not really being open about it, we're saying the same thing. We want to be together now forever. Don't marry Svetlana. We'll figure it out.
I wrote in my notes, we can figure something else out, okay? And then proceeds to stay up all night figuring something out.
That's what I wrote. Like, almost exactly what I wrote.
He was like,
I get it. He's like, I get it. Like, that would consume me. I would be like, I have to have a game. I would have a whiteboard. I would have, notes.
There's urgency here. We have to figure something out now. We've decided we're going to figure something out. So I'm going to be figuring something out now.
Yes.
And it's so relatable. It's him sitting up in bed, and then as soon as he has the plan, not being like, I can't wait till morning. He just turns the lamp on and wakes him up.
By the way, this would piss me off.
Don't do that. Plan off.
Do not wake me up.
I'm going back to Russia.
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
Now I want the problem to go away. I didn't know the problem was going to be waking me up.
You are the problem.
You're the problem. Yeah. So he stays up. He's just sitting there in the dark, like staring, thinking. He wakes up Ilya and he's like, hey.
Also, okay,
you can play for Ottawa.
We went on and on about all the king's beds.
This is not a king bed.
This is like a double bed, by the way.
A king bed, you have like a full arm's length at least between you and the other person.
Yeah.
And that's the way it should be, But this close, that's a full maybe. Maybe a queen. Yeah. Maybe like, why do we have to include that in the script?
Just like small note to the
There's also no ensuite bathroom.
Set artists. Yeah. All right.
Like, just cut that line. Anyways, but it was fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then
he's like,
Shane lays out the plan. He's like, okay,
we can change the narrative.
He's like,
what is narrative?
It's so late. What is narrative? And he's like, okay, you play for Ottawa. There's young guys coming up, frothing at the mouth. Like,
let them hate each other.
Like, what are we gonna do? Like, or we're not wrestlers. We're not gonna like hate each other till whatever. And so he's like, okay, you play for Ottawa. We start a charity. Come up with a story about how, like, I came to you. And Ilya goes, or I came to you. He's like, fine, whatever.
Like, again, they're just competitive.
And it wouldn't be bullshit either. It would be like something cool that we both really like.
Something cool. So cute.
And then, maybe if we stand out in public together, it's not so big of a deal. And we're 2 hours away all year long.
We can see each other all the time. Yeah.
And, then when we retire, maybe we could really be together.
I want to die.
And then Ilya goes, you think that far ahead? And then Shane goes, about this I do. And then he says, and is that what you want, to be together? And then Shane goes, I do. So much it scares me. And then Ilya, finally the dam breaks. And it's like,
Sub 5.
He turns his head, he starts crying. And it's like the weight of being loved and wanted fully hits him. And the relief that, like, the relief has just, like, broken the dam. It's all flowing out, and he just can't hold it in anymore. And he's been trying so hard for so long to hold in his love for Shane. And he just can't do it anymore.
Yeah. And he doesn't have to. Yeah. He doesn't have to.
Oh, so beautiful. And so then Shane
also,
is,
you know what?
This is like
him. Yeah. Hey, we have a million reasons not to be together, but I stayed up all night thinking of a plan so that we can. And maybe it's still going to be really convoluted and complicated, and we have to play the long game to get to this hypothetical happy future. But I love you so much, I'm going to figure it out. And I just love that about them. It makes me sick. So,
like, it's, and also, like, it's never too late. Like, we're 10 years into the situationship, and whatever, sure, it was all lost time. But, like, you know, like, we can't do this anymore, right?
Yeah.
So then Ilya
but
starts
the future
crying.
doesn't have to be lost time.
Yeah, he sits
crying.
up. Well, Shane's comforting him because he's like, what's going on? Why are you so upset?
Hey. Yeah.
And then Ilya starts murmuring to him in Russian. And then he looks at Shane and he's crying and he chokes out over his tears. I love you.
Yes.
And Shane just goes, holy shit.
Holy shit. And
which,
then he
by
says,
the way,
I mean...
terrible reaction.
Yeah, don't do that. But he says, I mean, because he's ready to walk it back. He's like, he was about to be like, I mean, never mind. Like, no, I don't. Like, what? That was a mistake. I didn't mean that. Yeah. And then he starts crying again and is like hugging him and,
he goes, fuck, hole in there.
Crying.
Because he's being loved. No one in his life tells them he loves them, that they love him.
Except for like Svetlana, you know?
Right. He has nobody who loves him.
Yeah.
And Shane finally said he loved him.
Yeah.
Like,
and it was more than he ever... It's, again, his eldest daughter. Like, I thought that I'd never find that.
Yeah.
Like, it's more than he ever imagined he could have. And now he has it.
I thought that I'd never find that beautiful, beautiful life, that innocent life back.
Exactly. And
then,
so...
Then Shane goes, does it kill you too? And he said, not anymore.
Not anymore.
And then you just see this, like, beautiful moment. I saw someone on TikTok, forget the creator, I'm sorry. But the person, they said the same sound or the same song that plays whenever Shane goes out to, like, meet him while Ilya's watching the sunrise and smoking a cigarette is the same song that's playing when he finds him on the rooftop in Vegas.
No. What the fuck? Dare you? How dare you?
But it's the inverse of that moment again, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Because he's like... Or it's the same too. It's not the same, but it's like the same as found you. You were looking for me? Like,
so you were
I
looking
found
for me.
you. Yeah. Like, they're always finding each other, but this time they can stay. Like, neither of them are running off. They just sit there and they watch the sunrise.
And it's just being in
quiet.
love. It's like a being in love. Being seen. Being, like, known.
Yeah.
Montage. And then they're in bed together.
Yeah.
Doing what could only be described as making love.
Yes.
Unfortunately.
Very romantic.
Yeah.
Very romantic.
And then Shane says, how did we let this happen?
Yeah.
And Ilya says, we were both very dumb and irresponsible.
Yeah.
And then it's real, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
But this is what we were talking about earlier. Like, they're mid-sex now, and it's not... It's like they're also having a conversation about their relationship.
Exactly. The sex is now reflecting the emotional intimacy.
Yes. Like they're being very sweet with each other, very soft. And they're also talking and like they're talking about their feelings,
grabbing each other's
eye
faces.
contact,
the face stroking,
face grabbing.
Oh,
it's
my
too much.
God. There's a time and place for everything under the sun.
Absolutely, yeah.
And sometimes you need to be railed from the back with your face pushed into the mattress. By the person you love. And sometimes you need to look each other in the eyes and grab each other's faces and soft.
Correct.
So don't misinterpret what I'm saying personally as
but
one of
this
them is
fits
bad.
narratively here. Yeah. Immediately following a love confession and watching the sunrise and having a plan to be together for the first time in 10 years, that is the time for tenderness.
Exactly.
And then immediately after, I assume, Ilya is, like, staring at the ceiling. They're, like, cuddling.
Also, like,
and he has,
by
like,
the way,
tears in his eyes.
They finally have an aftercare game plan.
Yes, right? They're
The
not
first
just
few
leaving.
episodes, it was just like, look, I don't care if it's your situation. You still have to have some sort of aftercare going on. Whatever.
No.
So there's
we didn't even kiss. Okay, yeah. And Ilya's staring at Ilya's staring at the ceiling with tears in his eyes. And it's like, I, again, didn't pick up on this the first few times, but his eyes are, like, misty. And it's like, you can almost just imagine him thinking, like, again, like, oh, I have this now, and I'm never going to have to lose it.
I
Like,
can't believe this is real. I can't believe
this is really happening. And this is the moment
And it's
when
so
Shane
hard.
decides to say...
Like, I don't think we talk about this enough as a society.
Yeah.
But it actually is terrifying to be loved.
Yeah.
Oh, you're seeing... Like, I've been extremely vulnerable with you. Your potential to hurt me and crush me like a bug is now so high.
Yes.
Like,
and it's inevitable.
I'm trusting
right?
you.
Like it's not even like, it's just a fact that it's
gonna
gonna
happen now. Because if we stay together forever and you die,
right,
it's over.
That's gonna crush me. Yeah.
No, it's like there has to be risk. You know, I risked everything. I'm risking everything in this moment.
Exactly.
You're gonna kill me. This is gonna be the thing that kills me.
Yes. Yes, I literally, why I love Lost Time so much, I saw an interview with Lucy Dacus where she was basically saying this, of like, love is inextricably intertwined with grief, and like, you either mourn the time that you didn't have together, or you mourn the future you might not have together, or like, you know the person's gonna die one day or break up. Like, there's no way to exist with loving someone without there being some kind of pain eventually. And that is a really vulnerable thing, and it's also like what makes life worth living for some people. So it's just like, yeah, dude, like, love. Anyways, then Shane says, what was your mother's name? Which just
okay, chill, by the way.
Yeah, like, this is a lot for me.
Can you see that I'm processing a lot
right now?
And he goes, Irina. And then he shares this idea that their foundation should be hockey camps, and then the money goes to like suicide prevention and mental health.
Yeah. Which is, again,
and I'd like to say, I think this is part 6 of the telling someone you love them.
I agree.
Because you've done it. But now we're taking it to another level, because he says,
I'm going to show you.
She would have loved you. That's what I'm saying. Is
no. Oh, that is, that's part infinity. I don't even know what that is.
That's expert PhD level.
Yeah. She would have loved you like I love you.
She would have loved you like I love you. And his voice is like cracking. And he's looking at him, and and now he's mourning the fact that his mom is never going to meet him.
Yes. This one person in his life who did love him, and who he loved, and she's gone, and she'll never know Shane. But again, like, what a monumental thing it is for Shane to do this, because I'm sure he has like the things, you know, he could have done autism awareness.
I think the first recipient of that should be himself.
Yeah, he needs to become more aware. But he's just sitting there thinking about you again. You see Ilya crying, whatever, post-sex crying, love it. Anyways, he's crying. He's thinking about how much he loves Shane, but also implication. Shane was lying there thinking about how much he loves Ilya, and hey, I know this would mean a lot to him. Why don't we start this foundation that's going to help with suicide prevention? And we name it after your mom.
Yeah.
And then, okay, so he says she would have loved you like I love you. And then Shane says, say it again in Russian. Which, again, I knew this was coming from the books, but in the books, to me, it's like funny. It's like, you know, whatever.
No,
in this, Connor's
this
story,
one, they took a
he will
hot
always be
iron
famous.
and branded me with it. Yeah.
His little voice just cracks, and he says it so like I don't know, like he's thinking about every word, and he's like feeling the weight of every single word, and he says it in Russian, and it's so sick. It is so sick. Yeah.
Okay,
please.
This again, just like the video game thing, I need a tension break now. Yes. This has been a lot.
We needed it.
I needed some sort of release.
Set me free.
Yes, and we got it.
We get it.
with Ilya doing a little handstand in the water with his water shoes.
Like, watch this. Watch this.
Hey, check out. How long do you think I can do a handstand?
Which is so relatable.
Hey, how long do you...
He's like showing off his crotch.
Hey, rate this one. Rate my
Tell me how
handstand.
straight my feet are. Yeah.
Are they pretty straight?
Yeah. It's just so fun. They're just playing. And then he says, give me a kiss.
Give me, it's so
And
cute.
it's just like, it's just sweet. It's like, okay, yeah. For the first time, they're just together. Like nothing else.
Yes,
Yeah.
and phone mentioned because he's like,
Chekhov's phone.
he splashes water on him and Shane's like, what if I have my phone in my pocket? Scott Hunter is right next door. I'm sitting outside like an idiot.
Well, first of all, you're sitting on a rock in the middle of the water. If you brought your phone, I fear that's on you. I feel like that's not my
Come on,
problem.
brother.
Yeah.
So, anyways. Whatever. They're walking back up to
They're
the
walking
house.
back to the house.
Shane is like, do you want pasta or... Do we have pasta from last night or hot dog?
Yeah. And he's like, hot dog.
And he's like, well, they'll need to defrost for a little. What are we going to do at the time? And then they start kissing.
Yeah.
And then Shane's dad sees them through the
It's
window.
like a horror movie. Yeah. It's like, pans over Shane's father.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I think what
This
I'm doing
is
is
where I would
jumping
die.
back in
I would
the
die.
lake and drowning
Yeah.
myself.
And I would just walk away and you would never hear from me again.
But you know what? Props to Shane's dad, because he does the only reasonable thing you could possibly do in
Correct.
this moment,
Yes.
which is to leave immediately, get in your car,
Instantly.
and drive away.
Get the hell out of there. Yeah.
You have... That is great self-awareness.
Yes.
You know what?
Shout out to Shane's dad.
I've got to leave immediately.
Give them space. Yeah. They'll come to us.
So he just drives away.
This would, I think I would actually die. I genuinely can't imagine anything worse. I can't imagine anything
Okay.
worse.
No, because story for the listeners. When I was like 11, I rode in a car with my crush and my parents, and I was so nervous that my crush was in the car with my parents that I started blacking out and I got a nosebleed. So that would happen to me for sure. You know, like,
Yeah. I would have a stroke, like a genuine stroke. I would die. I can't imagine like, my parents don't know I'm gay. They don't know that I'm in this 10-year situationship with my rival who they hate. They hate him. And they remind me of that at every turn. And I have this really good relationship with them. But there's this like huge, massive thing about me that they don't know. And now they just saw me kissing my arch rival who
Yes.
again they hate. So now I've been like...
I mean, I would have an aneurysm about one of those things. If there was only one of those things.
Exactly. Correct.
So he's right to freak out. He goes,
Yes.
Ilya, this is my f***ing nightmare. And then Ilya's like,
Yeah.
maybe it's time to wake up. Okay.
Yeah.
And then he's like, okay, I can go over there and talk to them. He's like, do you want me to come with you? And he's like, yeah. Would you?
You
come
would
with
do
me?
that?
You would do that? He's like, of course.
Of course. Ah. Love.
Oh, I
To be
know.
loved. Like,
I
to
know.
be
He's
loved
such a
and
lover
supported.
boy.
He is.
He helps
and
him
again,
calm
this, like,
down. He helps him make a plan.
yeah. And to me, this is like, again, I feel like Ilya's already come to terms with this earlier when he's asking him. Like, in his mind, he's like, okay, well, we'll get there one day. So I think he's like, yeah, okay, they'll be good. They'll be fine. And I'll go with you. Ugh.
So, look. Well, two things. One, Ilya is like, I know about fucked up families. This isn't going to be that
Yeah.
bad.
This isn't one of them. Yeah.
Look, I know ball.
My brother, like, called me an F slur and we almost got into a physical fist fight at my dad's funeral.
So, like, look, it's
You're
not.
gonna be
It
okay.
is not going to be as bad as that.
Correct.
Second, this is so important to me, is that he's like, look, I don't mind going with you to your parents' house because I don't care so much about what your parents think of me as I care
Yeah.
about supporting you. So of
Right,
course it's not
exactly.
a problem. I'm not worried about
Yeah.
being judged by them. I'm there for you.
Who cares? Yeah.
And that is so important.
Totally. Agree.
So they drive over. Shane's
Yeah.
freaking out. Ilya's trying to calm him down. They get there. They park. And he looks over at Ilya. He's like, maybe you should wait in the car.
That was so funny.
And Ilya's
I
like,
was like, hello?
no, you're being stupid.
That's stupid. He doesn't even say anything, and I just love that.
Yeah.
They also were holding hands in the car ride over, and Ilya was kissing his hands, which I
I
realized
know.
you glazed over, but that was more pornographic hand holding. So then they walk into the house and Shane says, "Hey, it's me, Shane."
Hey, it's me, Shane.
Genuinely, I think they know your name. Like, I think they do know their only child's name, but I respect the introduction.
And he goes, something like, "I'm sorry you had to find out this way," whatever.
Yeah.
Or he goes, "And this is Ilya.
I meant to tell you,
Rosenoff,
I'm gay.
which you know that.
You know that.
And we're
He's visiting. We're
Ilya goes, lovers.
lovers."
He goes, "Oh, Ilya, no, it's so gross."
That's gross.
Which it is. That is gross.
Correct. Yes. Then Una says, "But you hate him." And he says, "No, I mean, I get that. But no, I love him."
And her face is like, I mean,
I get it. I do get it.
There's an onslaught of information.
Correct. Like, I want to, say they should have reacted perfectly, but also this is, if it were me or any normal human being, no matter how supportive you want to be to your kid, this is a lot of information to take in. And I do feel like their reaction was probably as best as you could hope for, given the circumstances. Because, like, I thought you hated him. Now you're telling me we're lovers, and more information is about to come out. But, like, this is crazy. Like, this is so hard to understand. So, yeah, I think they're doing the best they can.
And he's like, "Can we just sit down?" So they sit down.
Yeah.
They start talking
having
about,
like, coffee or something.
What, we thought you might be gay, whatever.
Just crazy, too.
Don't say that.
I would be like, "Oh, great. So the whole time when you were like, hey, meet any nice girls," or like whatever, you thought I might be gay, and you made me feel that way for nothing? Like, I hate you guys. But I get it. Okay.
And then the freaking... Yeah, so then Ilya's like... They're just like, "So how long has that been going on?" "Oh, the All-Star game." They're like, "No, before." Yeah. And they're like, "So when?" And they're like, "Our rookie season." And Ilya's like, "No, before." And she's like, "Not helping." And he was like, "So you guys have been in love since your rookie season?" And they're like, "Oh, no.
Just say yes, guys. Just say yes.
And then Ilya's like, just. And then Shane is like, "Ilya?"
Ilya?
And then he goes,
I love them so much.
And then Una goes, "Oh, okay." And then Shane's dad still not getting it.
So classic dad behavior,
and he's
dude.
Like, "Wait, what?" And
wait,
he goes,
what? Huh?
"Lovers." And Shane goes, no one is allowed to say that word.
I just love them so much.
So,
and then,
yeah, go ahead.
Una's like, "Shane, you didn't ever let him win, did you?" Which, again, on brand for her, and I do understand that. Yeah. And he says, "Do you let dad win at cards?" And she said, "I'd rather die."
He goes, "Okay,
like, okay.
Same."
I just love it. And then he said, they say, like, "Ilya, you had such a reputation as a ladies' man," and he's like, "It's not true. Ilya's bisexual, whatever." And then he says,
"Well,
"I've
Ilya
only
likes
been
both."
in love with.
Yeah. Their faces are like, can't compute.
Yeah, like,
wait, what? They do that now?
They let that happen? And then, yeah, he says, "I've only been in love with one person." And then Shane says, "Same here." And I think I saw an interview where Jacob Tierney described them as high school sweethearts. And I love that for them. And I've never thought of them that way. But it's like, yeah, they are. They were just like little teenagers when they first met. And they grew up together and they figured it out.
You see the mirror image of the press conference scene where their foot touch under the table.
That was sick. But
in the light,
Yeah.
And it's just so sweet.
And they're together now. Like, again, that scene is so important at the press conference because they see each other and they're there for each other, even when people are pitting them as rivals. Yeah. And it's like the same thing here. Like, we're on the same team, no matter what people think about us, whether it's my parents, whether it's like the whole world, whether it's the press, whatever, we're on the same team. And I see you and I'm here for you. And this is the inverse with Ilya being there for Shane. But it's just so nice. Yeah.
So then Una is overwhelmed by this information.
Yeah, valid, probably.
Like, oh my, and it's not like she's upset. It's just like, oh shit, I thought I was this great mom.
Yeah. That would be really hard. Yeah.
They're in love and they've been in love for a long time. And like, they've only been in love with one person. This has been going on for a
decade. Yeah.
So she goes outside and
she's about my kid.
She's taking a moment, a breather.
Yeah.
Shane goes outside, brings her sweater, and they have such a like a heartbreaking conversation, but also heartwarming. Where Shane is like, Mom, I want you to know
this.
I want you to know I tried. I tried really hard, but I can't help it. And all of a sudden it's clicking to her and she's like, whoa, no. She was like, Shane, you have nothing to apologize for. I'm sorry I made you feel like you couldn't tell me. And
that was
hug and she says she loves him and she says she's proud of him.
Yeah. Because it's like, again, it's like the problem scene from earlier. Shane still sees himself as a problem.
Yeah.
And he's like, I really tried, Mom. That would possibly break me forever if I had a child and they said that to me. And so I do understand her being overwhelmed because it's like, man, there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. And maybe if they thought he was gay, they could have been a little more vocal about that. but yeah, like they tried their best, whatever. And the acting by Hudson Williams and being like, I just tried so hard. And it's true, he did. Like, he tried really hard with Rose. He tried to end things with Ilya. He tried not to, like, end up here. And now he's accepting it, but he still isn't fully, like, settled into that yet. Of, like, hey, it's okay that I am this way. It's okay that we're in love. And this is probably a really big step for him of, like, there's nothing wrong with you.
This did not go according to his plan.
Yeah.
You know, everything we know about Shane as a character is that he would have liked to have a meticulous plan to control as many variables as possible to explain what's going on with his family. That all went to hell when his dad walked in on them. So this is out of his control. It's all out of his control. Okay. So
that's really scary.
He's really on his back foot. He's very vulnerable. So then she's like, okay, well, what's the plan? And we cut to back inside. I know. I love her.
I do love her. I love her so much. She's like, okay, I've processed this now. We're going to make a plan.
She goes, enough.
You're going to be okay.
She goes, okay, enough.
Yeah.
What's the plan? Because now
and you need people like that in your life
support
as well.
You. I'm going to momage you into having a successful long-term relationship with my new son, Ilya.
Yes, we're getting Pride Month brand deals.
Yeah.
We're going to get you two on a reality show.
Let's go, lesbians.
Let's go.
Hey, they. So they go inside and they have pasta. And Ilya is f***ing up with the pasta.
I get it.
He's like eating before everyone has theirs. Shane is like, chill out a little bit.
Relax.
And he's just like, he does a little dance.
Like, I don't know.
When he eats the pasta.
He's like, this is going great as far as I'm concerned. No one's throwing me into the wall. No one's calling us any slurs.
This is great.
Nobody's threatening to call the cops. It's legal to be gay here. We're in Canada, for God's sake.
It's actually fine.
This is awesome. Yeah.
Like, me and your dad
still here talking to us.
Okay, wait, actually pause. When Shane was outside talking with Yuna, what do you think Ilya and what's his face? Yuna and David. What do you think David and Ilya were talking about at the table?
Probably something dumb, like hockey or like, I don't know. They're just talking about dad stuff. It's so classic when you're alone with your, like, some dad, like a friend or your partner's dad.
You're like
they're just talking to you. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
dad stuff.
Sit down, eating pasta. She's like, I think we reached out to the premium brands. And she goes like full Kris Jenner.
She's like, I think they're gonna get on board with this once they wrap their minds around it.
And Shane is like, hey,
Shane's
mom. Let's take 3 steps back. We aren't ready to come out yet. We just want to have a future together. And they're like, well, how long, like, what are you guys going to do? Like, just not, like, keep it a secret, for like, and they were like, yeah, probably. And they're like, well, that's sad. You can't do that, whatever. Like, and then Shane starts having a meltdown.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's just like, puts his head down on the table. And his parents, this is like such an important scene to me.
Yes.
His parents look at him and they're like noticing what's going on. And then and Ilya looks over. And then Ilya's like, Shane. And he like puts his hand on his leg. He's like, hey, it's okay. You're here with your family. Here with your boyfriend. We're all good here, right? Like, let's calm down. Let's do some grounding. It's okay. And to me, the important thing is how affectionate he's being to Shane and like steady he's being for Shane in front of Shane's parents.
In front of his parents. Like they kiss. Yeah. He's grabbing his face again.
Yes.
He's like,
yes,
saying boyfriends for the first time. They've never even had that label conversation in front of his parents. Correct.
And his parents,
yes.
I think that's the moment that his parents are like, yeah.
I see it. Yeah.
Like, we're seeing someone care about our baby. Like, as much as we do. The way that we do. Yeah. And, like, this is real. We trust him. Mm-hmm. He's accepted. He's part of the family. And then, like, it's immediate. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? It's fine.
Like, that's my son. These are my 2 gay sons now. They're both part of the family. Yeah, because then they say, since Eunice says, since their rookie season.
And she's almost like choked up a little
David's
bit. She's
like, yeah.
Season.
And then David's goes, like, before. The summer before.
Summer before.
God, they're so mom and dad.
I know.
But like, yeah, it's like, oh, that's because this is a lot for them, obviously, like we just said. And Eunice just had to come to terms with like, oh, he didn't feel like he could tell me this. But then she gets to also see, oh, but he is so loved. And, like, that's all I ever wanted for him. And so, like, yes, maybe this was a difficult thing. He didn't feel like he could talk about it. Probably it was really hard for them. But now I'm seeing him and he is being loved. And somebody who gets him, who sees him in this, like anxious spiral that I know my son goes into from time to time. And, like, yeah.
Almost just, like, changing of the guard, too. Like, Ilya is the person who comforts him now. It's not me anymore. Like, this is...
We're just going to be there for them.
Yeah, this is... And, like, oh, it is that serious. Oh, like... Yeah. Whatever. Oh, so then they walk them out. And they're talking about, like, plans for getting together later in the week. And Shane's mom, he's like, okay, we'll just text before you come. And he's like, oh, it's fine. We'll just come over around 5. He's like, 5. And Ilya goes, please text. And then David goes, we'll text. Keep your phones. Like, he's like, check your phones.
Yeah. Please.
And then that's it. They get in the car and then that's it.
That was jarring, by the way. We both were caught extremely off guard by the end.
I was not expecting that.
I was not ready.
I get it. When you don't know if you have a season 2, you kind of have to end it there.
And it works. Like I said, I think this framing of the episode works really well. And it's a really happy place to end it. It's like a hopeful place. It's not perfect.
The credit scene is them like driving back to the cottage together.
And just like talking. Ilya's crying at one point. That was very difficult for me to find out.
I saw that too.
I didn't notice that either the first time I watched it.
He has a family now.
Yeah, he has a family. Everything's gonna be okay. He has
Someone
a future.
Made him pasta.
Someone made him a home-cooked meal. And also I was just thinking, like...
I cannot wait for season 2 when he's, like, obsessed with David's chicken parm.
Me too. They're just, like, hanging out all the time.
Oh, my God.
Watching Shane play. But I was just thinking, too, about, like, the domestic... Like, the intimacy of being domestic together. And, like, they've never even, before this trip, ridden in the car together before. They haven't been able to hold hands. Like, they haven't eaten a meal at the same table. Like... All these little, I mean, they had their little tuna melts or whatever, but obviously that was a disaster. But it's like the little, the intimacy of a life together. Yeah. And the quiet little things that they never got to do before and they're getting to experience together. And like meeting parents and calling each other boyfriends. Like it's all happening here. And it's just really nice to be like, have this moment of them in the car. Yeah. Doing something they never got to do before.
And in the book, when they get back to the cottage, Shane is like freaking out a little bit. And Ilya brings him some vodka and Shane is like still reeling. And in Ilya's internal thoughts, he's like, this was actually one of the best days of my life.
Yeah.
You know, like I got to be with a family. Like
it was awesome. Yeah.
It was awesome. Like I'm so happy. And like also just chill out, Shane. Like, yeah, we have a plan. We're going to figure it out. It's going to be okay.
I get it.
But it's also laying out.
He takes a little time.
Like the reminder is they still have another season.
Yeah.
Before Ilya can leave Boston to go to Ottawa. And then after that, they can announce the foundation. So, like, they still have a long way to go.
Yeah.
They have a lot
I did see someone suggest to get to season 2 that if they're going to have 2 seasons, they could make season 2 kind of those, like, in-between years. And like the slowly like coming out to Hayden, starting the foundation, and then maybe introduce like one of the other couples, and then have season 3 be more the actual plot of the long game. And I kind of like that. Because there is those, like, in between, you know, there's a year playing in Boston. Then there's, like, an 18-month jump, too, where they're, like, slowly unveiling their, you know, this master plan that they've just discussed.
Yeah, but Connor's story did say that season 2 is going to be based on the long game.
I know. But
So,
who knows?
Who knows? I mean,
I just don't know if is that a way of saying, like, yeah, we're going to do the long game, or is that a way of saying we're going to stick to Shane and Ilya? You know what I mean? And not like the other books, but they might be there, but, like, you know what I mean?
I don't know. I mean, this is a good way to transition to our thoughts about season 2.
Totally.
I think
I need it now.
when we're not going to get it until 2027.
For sure. Yeah.
So
I recognize that.
2026, we're going to have to do something else for a year.
A bleak year. No. I mean, it is. We've talked about this. No,
But
Emily
Casey
Henry.
McQuiston is releasing a book, right?
They have finished the first draft of their next book.
Fuck. Okay, that's not good enough.
It may be 2027. That feels like a 2027 book. I'm saying we're in a drought right now and I'm scared. Somebody please help us. Help us.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So, but you know what? Rachel Reed's going to be announcing a new book in January. I think that's true. So maybe that book will come out in 2026 and we can talk about that.
Maybe.
I mean, you're going to force me to watch Bridgerton. We got People We Meet on Vacation. We got the Project Hail Mary movie.
Open your mind. All right, but okay, before we get to that, we'll talk about what's next for us in a second. Let's talk about what's next for the show.
Season 2.
I think, so we're going to wait till 2027. They're going to start production.
Sure.
They're probably going to be like writing, doing stuff beginning of this year.
Sure.
Beginning of 2026.
Yeah.
Production mid-2026. And then they got to like edit it, do all the stuff that you have to do for TV shows. What I want to know is, are they going to be filming in LA for any of it? Because if so, what if I could be an extra on the show?
Oh my God. Yes, you need to be an extra on the show. They're going to have a budget for extras. Where did they film? I think this was filmed in Canada. It's a Crave production.
It's going to be
in Canada. It won't be in LA. Yeah.
Whatever. Anyways, I think season 2 could follow. So we have had Ryan Price mentioned. Mm-hmm. We've had Kyle mentioned. Well, yeah, light potentially.
Yeah. He's named.
If Ilya goes to the Centaurs, which is so funny. I just realized the other day the Ottawa Centaurs as a play off the Ottawa Senators.
I realized that the other day too. Like, I'm really that dumb.
I was like, why is Centaurs is so weird? And then I was like, oh, Senators.
Yeah, Senators.
So
they'll change that too. They've changed all of them.
They'll change all of them.
Yeah, they'll make it more different. But yeah,
but he'll
go to Ottawa.
He goes to Ottawa. And then we'll be introduced to the boys from
Harris.
Harris. And also, Wyatt isn't one of the main characters, but he's the goalie for Ottawa, and he's like ally to some of the gay boys in the NHL. So, or at MLH. So, there could be that plot. I think there's a potential that we'll weave in some of the other characters. So if you haven't read the other books, there's an opportunity, and Ilya features prominently in all of them, or like at least somewhat as like a supporting character. So we could get that. I hope we get the camps. I mean,
I do too.
I'm microdosing the long game again
fun.
To help me transition off of as kind of like a methadone clinic type thing.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that.
Yeah. Right. I'm trying to transition off meth, so I'm going on methadone.
Yeah. Sure.
Getting my infusions.
I understand.
So I'm doing like a micro dose of the long game. But I'm like, oh my gosh, the camps would be so fun. Because then you have all the supporting characters of the different counselors or the coaches, at the camps.
Plus you have Ryan Price walking in on them, kissing.
Yeah, that's important. We've got the couple with like the trans hockey player. Like that, they don't have their own book, but that could definitely be a subplot. Something fun to explore. And
that's what I'm saying. I almost do feel like you could do at least a big chunk of not explicitly outlined in the long game, but those like middle years that are kind of glossed over. I feel like you could do that as a TV show.
Or they could do,
we know they do time jumps well.
Both. So. I mean, they could start season 2 with the middle years and then pick up with half the long game and then finish the long game in season 3.
Or even role model.
Yeah.
Which is kind of
I mean, I don't think they're going to deprive us of Shane and Ilya.
No, they're stars. They're
But
stars.
I think we will
They're gonna be
get.
there.
I do really believe we're going to get Ryan Price content.
I think we will get Ryan Price, and I think we will get role model.
I think we'll get role model. And then maybe that leaves common goal plot as part of season 3. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or maybe they diverge from canon.
Yeah.
I don't want to put them in a box. I do think the original text is really good. But, you know, I think the show can stand on its own.
I trust them. I came into this with 0 expectations. Actually, negative expectations.
Yeah, now my expectations are very high.
With high expectations, but also with the most insane amount of trust I've ever felt in anyone adapting a book I love into a TV show. Like, I just trust them. I think they understand the world. I think they understand the characters. I think
they got it.
There is like a respect for it, and I believe in them, and I will watch anything they do with this. If it diverges, I will still support it. So,
T,
I'm ready.
This has been so much fun.
This has been so much fun.
What a great way to end this year. And so up next, we're going to be, when is the release date of People Will Be on Vacation on Netflix? January 9th.
Yeah, okay. So I was thinking our episode would have to come out the 13th if we want to talk about the movie.
Yeah,
which
we
is
can talk
perfect.
about
that's like 2 weeks.
Book v movie. And then I'm going to make you do Bridgerton.
Book. Yeah. Can't wait for that.
Get excited.
So pumped, you guys. I'm so
excited. Open mind. I think you're going to like Benedict as a character more
I'm sure Colin. I will. Colin,
Benedict is more Antony, I'm telling you.
I believe you. I just, I my beef is with Colin, so.
And Sophie is a really compelling main character.
Okay, so we'll do that. We'll be here. We'll be around. We'll be talking. We'll be yapping. We'll be reading. Live, laugh, love. I'm sure we'll be updating you on the long game as season 2 develops. So thanks for being here, you guys.
All right. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Bye.
Bye.